Hey, Ronnie.
What's going on, guys? Ronnie here with the Local Losers. Bo's behind the camera.
What's up?
Today, we're talking about the shop. Bo posted on a short and an Instagram and asked if you guys wanted a shop tour. So that's kind of what we're doing today. We're going to talk about this big old building we put in my yard and how much it costs and everything inside and how much all that costs and how much room we have and what I would change and what I wouldn't change and what's wrong with it and what's right with it and what's white with it and what's black with it, I guess.
It's so big.
It's good size. It's 26 this way, 60 this way, and it's 16 or 14 that way. I don't remember which. Whatever was the highest, cheapest option.
It's like pitched, right?
Yeah. The center tire. Yeah, so that's it.
Where'd you get this
14 foot sides. We got it from Bulldog Steel Buildings out of Texas.
How would you rate their service?
The people that installed it, 10 out of 10. They were great. The people that sold it, maybe 5 or 6 out of 10. They were fine when you called and answered and that kind of thing, but they kind of screwed us up. When I ordered the building, paid for the building, they said, yep, we'll get started building it. But apparently I had to get all my permits first and turn all that paperwork into them before they would start building it. So it took us 6 months to get our paperwork because there was a building here prior that we tore down. And so I bought this, started tearing down the other building, and then after the building was down, then I could get my permit. So yeah, we had to wait over a year because of a communication issue with them because they said, yeah, as soon as you pay us, we start it. And that's not true. You have to turn in your permits first. Then they start building the building.
Gotcha.
Pain in the butt. It was a terrible time.
So yeah, we had the concrete pad poured before that.
Yeah.
And I think we cut the slot for the lift after we built the shop.
Yeah,
right?
The shop was up because originally we were going to put the lift on the other side.
That's right.
Of the shop.
That's right.
And then we decided this was the better option.
And this came with doors and everything?
Came with doors and everything.
2 on this side, 2 on the other side.
Yep, 2 here. They're both 10 by 10s, and then that man door, and then 2 10 by 10s on the other side.
Man door's funny.
Yeah, it was like 34,000, and this was in the middle of COVID. From what I understand, they've come down a little. I don't know how much a little is.
Right on.
But I've heard that they're less, and that was just for the building. That's not counting concrete, electrical, all that kind of stuff. We paid $5,000 for the concrete, but Carissa's dad sells concrete, so it was a deal for us, $5,000. Concrete would probably be quite a bit of the cost of this, and we only had to do half because we had half of the concrete.
That's right, because we had the old shop here.
Right. And then electrical, I did all the electrical myself, and it was like $1,500 for material.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
It's not bad.
So that was the cost of the building. So whatever that adds up to, yeah, you got like 35 plus another 5, so that's 40. So like $42,000 total. So that is the shop.
The shop. Just the shop.
Just the shop. We're going to start out here with one of our pieces of equipment. I don't know what to call it.
It's important, especially if you drift.
Yeah, it's very nice. So this is my little tire rack that I made. 2 rung. It has enough room to add a 3rd rung underneath, but obviously we store wheels and barrels and lips. You know, like this is very useful. I don't know why I have this. I have 4 of them. But yeah, so we built this, super simple. It's just angle iron. So anyways, whatever this costs, these can't be that much. Maybe, you know, 20 bucks a piece. You can build this for 100 bucks. It's simple. Made the things, put that across, put another little bar here on both rungs and holds tires.
But very necessary.
100%. It's so nice. Keeps them out of the way, keeps them looking nice. Don't look at this. This is not.
Yeah, we're not including the price of the scrap pile.
Get out of here. Let's go inside the shop.
You know, cars, tools, and stuff.
Yeah. So we're gonna start here. Air compressor. This was a marketplace deal, 60 bucks. No, not that's not 60 bucks. It's 300 bucks. It's 60 gallons.
60 gallons.
300 bucks.
That sounds closer.
So that was a marketplace find. This is our tire machine and balancer. Bo and I got this off Amazon. We have a video on it. I don't know how to do this, but maybe Bo can put the little boop boop so you can click on that video.
We'll do that.
Right here. and we will link this down in the description. This thing's awesome. It's so good for us. I haven't used it near as much as Bo. Bo probably comes over here once a month and mounts the sets of tires, but it's so nice to have. And we've grown. We now have a bead blaster. It comes with this one. This is a bead blaster, and this hose, it's a pain in the butt. We don't ever use it. We bought that for like 60 bucks, right?
Yeah, this is like 60 bucks and way worth it.
Yeah, totally worth it. So if you get this, get one of those. The balancer is the cheapest balancer that they make.
Man, it works so good though.
Yeah, it doesn't even have a cover or anything, but it balances up perfect.
Yep, every time.
What did we have to do? Because we have this special weight. Calibration was a little bit weird, but once we figured it out, like it was no big deal.
Yeah.
So we'll link these. They're awesome. You should buy them.
With anything, when you buy stuff like this, there's growing pains. Like you learn how to use them, and every machine has like little quirks about it, like how to do this and how to do that. And you know, every job has its little quirks. So the more you use it, the better you get at it.
Yeah.
We're pretty quick now.
Yeah, it's nice.
Even though I forget how to use it every time I come over.
But you remember shortly after. I'm just like, well, remember this? And you're like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So what's next? We want to talk about this floating car?
Let's talk about the lift.
So Bo bought this for us a long time ago. He got it from the shop that originally built my Subaru. They closed the doors because their technician was moving. We paid 800 bucks for it, which at the time was kind of market value on a used lift. It was a little bit of a deal. But today, if you look for a used lift on Facebook Marketplace, you'll find one for $1,000, 1,500 bucks, $2,000 tops, and totally worth it if you have the space.
Completely worth it.
This is awesome.
Now we did have to pour a footer, and we had to dig out for that. That was kind of a task because we had already had because the concrete was already here.
Yeah.
And so, how far down did we go? How thick did we go?
So we went. I'm an overkill kind of guy. Here, 3 feet from the edge of where it's cut is 18 inches deep. The center is 12, and then 3 feet, 18 inches deep. That's what we did, and there's rebar, and the rebar is tied into the existing. The reason we had to do that is because the existing doesn't have rebar. So if it had rebar, we would have been just fine. It's 4 inches thick, which is the minimum with rebar. We didn't have rebar, so we did that business.
Did we have to buy anything for the lift when we put it up?
We had to buy red heads.
That's right. We bought red heads, which are the studs that you use to put it in the ground right there and right there.
And then we bought oil because we didn't have oil.
Oh yeah, we didn't have any hydraulic oil either. So
yeah, and we just got normal hydraulic oil because that's all it is. It's 2 big hydraulic cylinders and some cables.
Yeah, and it wasn't perfect. I think we've got like a loop missing on the little cord that you pull down over here.
Yeah,
and then we've got, I don't know, a couple other things.
Yeah, that side gets stuck sometimes, like when you pull it. Yeah. I tried to lube it up, but I think lubing it is what made it worse.
Yeah, but I mean, cost for, you know, the benefits that we get out of this is ridiculous.
Yeah, look at this.
So
see these?
What is that?
This was my paint rack because I was painting something.
Oh,
that's how useful the lift is, dude. It's so awesome.
All right, let's talk about our tools.
Here's my toolbox. This is a Husky box, obviously, Home Depot. These are the best value boxes on the market, I promise. Like 100%, best value. This box was like $600 when I bought it new. It's a little more than that. I think it's $1,200 now, but you will not get this size of box for $1,200 from anywhere else. And we have a bunch of different tools.
All the tools.
Yeah, all kinds of stuff.
The tools.
When I bought the toolbox, I went to Sears was still a thing, and you could go to Craftsman, and I bought for more than the toolbox. It was $1,200 or $1,500 at the time. It was their largest master mechanic tool set. Came with wrenches and sockets and ratchets and impact
so like 500 pieces or 1,000 pieces or something?
It was more.
Oh, wow.
It was more. Yeah, it was crazy. It came with everything you could possibly imagine. Screwdrivers, just you name it, it came with it. And I still have most of those tools here and over there.
Yep.
And
toolbox here.
Yeah.
And then toolbox here.
Yeah.
We got to have a lot of tools. Like, we do a lot of stuff, so we need lots of different tools.
Yeah, so those are some tools. This toolbox, I needed more room because I had so many sockets and stuff, but also it has like specialty things in it. Wiring stuff, almost nothing. And yeah, We just needed a little more room, so we bought this one. Then we have the 2 workbenches. I found this one in an alley at my job, and I was like, man, that looks like it would be a really good worktop.
You found that in an alley?
Yeah, dude. So
Nice.
I was like, I'm taking that home. I'm not done with it. I need to add some bracing. These are literally just screwed in with wood screws, but it works. It sits on this toolbox.
Are you done with the phone call?
Yes, but I designed this.
What'd you design? You're a designer now?
So this will come out, and you can put it over there. But because I don't have my braces, it gets all weird.
Right.
So we'll just put that back and pretend like we didn't move it.
So what about this other workbench?
This is another workbench. This was given to me by a friend who was given it by somebody else, and it's awesome and super heavy duty, and we love it. I've done a lot of modifications. He was a woodworker. I don't work with wood, except for,
Your own?
So
What a woodworker. That's a new insult for me.
it's good. I made these to hang grinders. They're just a simple like piece of metal built into a U and then just cut out the center so that it can hang there. Done, easy peasy. Over here, I took angle iron. I should have made it so you could keep a battery on there, but I didn't. But just some angle iron, you can slide your drills up in there. And yeah, that's really about it. I wish, and this is a building problem, the building has these studs. I wish it would go back. You can see like my screwdrivers are falling down in there.
flat against the wall.
Stuff falls back there, and then you gotta like dig underneath there.
You know what you could do is you could put some pegboard in between those 2 uprights.
Where would I get pegboard?
I don't know, any place that sells pegboard. Maybe you find it in an alley at work.
Right,
Yes, like that pegboard. By the way, we're gonna link a lot of this stuff, a lot of the stuff that we have and that we bought when we've put it in the shop or used it for the shop or used it in the shop. We're gonna link it down below.
Yeah.
We like back all this stuff. If we didn't like it, we wouldn't tell you about it.
Yep.
What's that big black box right there?
This is our 3D printer. It's inside here. It's a Creality Ender 3V Max. I don't freaking know. It's some crazy thing. Goes fast. But it's really nice. We're able to print and design parts, and it prints fairly quickly. Apparently the filament broke. But it prints pretty quick, which is really nice.
Keep talking. I'm gonna go over to the Skyline real quick.
Oh, okay. You're gonna show them what
Yep.
we made? And yeah, I've been able to design some different things. Design this part that Bo's about to show you for the Skyline to hold a gauge where the ashtray goes. And
Check
I'm
this out.
currently working on a
Ronnie
3
pointed that little
gauge
gauge
pod.
part.
I'm
You're working on a what?
Currently working on a 3 gauge pod for square dash hard bodies, where the center vent goes. So you'll be able to take your center vents out and then put in my 3 gauge pod and still have airflow through. That's what I'm working on. So hopefully we'll have that product for you guys soon.
That sounds awesome.
And yeah, it'll be 3D printed. So 3D printers are awesome. Learn how to use them. They're super cheap, and you can just make anything your heart desires. And you can make the stupidest stuff that you find on Thingiverse. You know, like a little dick T-Rex. Yeah, so this is our neck workbench. This is from the Freight.
Harbor Freight.
And yeah, this is what it does. It holds our belt sander, our mini drill press, and our little grinder that needs both of its wheels replaced. And then we have some stuff hanging up. This is cool. I just wanted a place to put all this stuff. That's why we bought this. And obviously, storage is
Yes,
the
we
hardest
have
thing.
Harbor Freight stuff. Get over it.
A lot of it. This bandsaw, Harbor Freight.
And how long has this stuff lasted? Years?
Yeah, it's been great. This thing actually was pretty interesting. The switch went bad, and I called Harbor Freight, and I don't know if you guys know this, but if you buy one of their products, you can actually call them up, and they sell the parts to repair them.
That's
so
nice.
if something goes bad, like they sell most of the parts, but they couldn't get the switch. The switch was on back order, and so I just cleaned it up, and it fixed it, and it's been perfectly fine.
Nice.
So let's move on.
Let's move on.
This is another toolbox that has more stuff in it. I think Bo is going to be buying this from our friend Jake.
Yep.
And
Probably
this will be
today.
Bo's toolbox, probably today. Next thing, Harbor Freight 20-ton press. My good dad.
My bad, Dad.
He bought us this for doing a job for him, and that was much appreciated. The only crappy part is there's nowhere to put your handle.
What?
So I welded this piece of metal on here and this piece of metal, and now you can put it right here.
Wouldn't it be nice if we had a welder?
Do we have a welder?
What?
I think we have 2.
Look at this. Probably the best thing that we ever bought for this shop.
We've used these so much.
We have welded everything in this
We've
shop.
probably worn both of them out, honestly.
Was this 2 welders and a plasma cutter, right?
Yes. And this one's from Harbor Freight. These 2 are from Amazon. They'll both be linked. We had a different plasma cutter and we had a different welder. And they were fine. Like, they did the job. But we had a major issue of wanting both 220 and 110 because the plasma cutter was 210 and the welder was 120. And it was just a pain in the butt. So all of these machines are dual voltage, which is awesome. And that's why I recommend them, besides the fact that they're really good.
They're super good.
Yeah.
We welded lots of hard body parts on with these things, and they're super smooth.
Yeah.
You just got to know how to weld and know how to work them.
This welder works really good. This welder makes bad welders good welders, and that's awesome. This plasma cutter does an amazing job cutting through everything. And then this is a TIG welder. Both welders are multi-process. We'll link this one. This one, go to Harbor Freight and get. It's a 200. This is our workbench. Again, more of our holy angle iron that we use on everything. It's like 3/16 steel top, and then just expanded metal here because expanded metal is cheap. And that's it. We made it a little long, and we are able to put both of our bottles on it. And this thing slides around and goes wherever we want, and we can weld anywhere we want. This was probably $100 to build.
Nice.
So you guys can do that.
Do we ever use this sandblaster?
No.
What do we use this on? Where did you get this?
It was free, okay? So
we have a sandblaster for absolutely no reason.
yeah, it's really good. I got this for free. I replaced the glass in it. Ryan, our buddy Ryan, used it and replaced the gloves because the gloves were bad. We don't use it much. There's kind of a fatal flaw with these things. You can buy the sandblaster and it's great, but you have to have like a vent system to pull the dust out. And if you don't have that, you like blast for like 2 seconds and you can't see anything.
But we've used it a couple times, right?
Yeah, we've used it on a few things and it works amazing.
Yeah.
Like totally worth it. It's like $100 at Harbor Freight. You should go get one. Harbor Freight, sponsor us.
Right on. Storage. Gorilla
yeah.
racks, dude.
Now we have racks.
And a ping pong table right here in front of them. Necessary for a shop.
Yeah, we use that quite often. You can't have enough shelving, so buy as many shelves as you can afford.
Yep, shelving. I think that first one's like, what, a gorilla rack? And the other one's just, where do we even, like, what's the other rack?
The black one came from Home Depot. My mom got me that for my birthday. This other one, surprise, surprise, Intel.
Oh, yeah.
So my dad had quite a few of these, and he gave me this one. And yeah, like I said, I don't know, they're just so valuable. You need racks. I wish I had more racks, but I don't have enough room. I need a bigger shop so I can have more racks.
Have we used this generator for anything?
Yeah, we use that when we go drifting and rent RVs.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
So nice.
I wouldn't call it part of the shop, but useful still.
Useful. And this one specifically is like 7,000 watts. Yeah, 7,500 watts. This is enough to power my house. So if we ever run out of electricity, we can do that.
And we have a cherry picker.
We do
have this the one that we repaired?
No, that one was Derek's.
Oh, that's right.
This one I got from Old Man Dennis.
I want to say we borrowed a cherry picker for like 10 years.
Yeah, it was a long time. He like joined the army, got shipped to Korea, came back, got out of the army, and then still didn't have his cherry picker back.
Dude, that cherry picker went through so many hits.
But yeah, so we have this. They're awesome if you're pulling engines. Even if you're picking up heavy stuff. I'm going to give Bo a picture. We'll put it in the video. My buddy Garrett, who helped me import the Skyline, he just sold an S14.5. He sold just the chassis, and they picked it up with a cherry picker to put it on a trailer. That
no way.
Picture right here.
That's insane.
Yeah.
What else? What else? Do we have anything over there?
We do.
Oh, we have
We have this engine holder thing. Those are pretty cool if you're trying to do some crazy stuff. It goes onto like the fender here inside, and then you can hook the engine and suspend it.
Oh, it goes across the.
Yeah, it goes across the. And then you can hold the engine up while you drop the subframe or something like that.
Right on.
We got canopies for when we go drifting. Lots of golf clubs, because we go golfing
Is that an AC unit?
a couple times. This is a swamp cooler.
A swamp cooler, that's right. A roll-around swamp cooler.
Yeah, so we don't have water out here. My property is really stupid. We only have water on the house. But the plan is to take this, put it over there, up in the sky somewhere.
Up in the sky.
On the outside of the shop, and have water, and eventually be able to cool this place. Because in Sierra Vista, once it gets warm, it's usually rainy season, and then it's not that hot in the afternoons. But before it starts raining, it gets pretty warm in the shop.
Right on. Hey, we got that bead roller, don't.
Oh yeah. We got
that
this.
we probably used 50 times making freaking our first Gen 1 elbows.
Yep, we use it quite a bit. And actually, I offered this to Jesse if he wants it, but he says he's good.
Oh, really?
So we can still use it for other things. I used it on the hard body. I made where the transmission is, we had to cut a giant hole because it has an S14 transmission in it. And I built a plate and I put stiffening ribs in it so that it's not all flimsy.
Nice.
Then we have engines for days.
They're necessary. Dude, there's something that's necessary right there. Big ass trash cans.
Yeah,
we have two giant
two
trash cans in here. Super important because we throw shit away all the time. Drinks that we're drinking. Like, it's rarely anything that's like car related. It's always like drinks,
Junk.
kids are eating food, stuff like that.
But yeah, so engine storage, we have quite a few different things. 2 KAs, 1U, a Miata engine, and a FA20 that's blown up. A couple transmissions. Three transmissions. Okay, so now we have brooms. These don't go here, but they've been put here. They go over there is where I like to keep them. But you always need brooms, especially because our shop isn't perfectly sealed. This isn't sealed at all, and we have the 2 different concretes, so there's a huge hole here.
Yep.
So we're constantly sweeping.
When it rains, water comes in down here and brings in dirt with it. And so we always have like mud here when it rains.
So
not super deep, but still annoying.
Cars get dusty. It's part of being in Arizona, honestly. We're gonna talk about electrical box. So when we picked out this box, you can see we don't have very many circuits, but we have a lot of slots. And we did that on purpose just in case we ever want to add anything. We can just knock out, put in another relay or a fuse panel. What the fuck is this thing called? Breaker.
A breaker.
And then,
box.
and then, yeah, we can add stuff. But yeah, we have 2 220 circuits and then 3 110 circuits. I don't know what your code is, but our code is they have to be GFCI protected. So we have GFCI here coming out, which is circuit 1, which goes up, over, across half the shop. And then this other one comes over here, goes to the switch, goes to our first outlet, which is also GFCI, runs that way. And we did this right here. So this is something I will recommend to you. In between each of our doors, you can see up there, we have an outlet. And we did that so we can put a power reel up there and have it hang down. We haven't bought power reels yet, but then you can have a power reel that you can run in/out of your shop wherever you need it in between both of your doors.
The shop is kind of like a project car. It's just like ever evolving.
Yeah.
So you can add stuff and take stuff away, paint it, put a big dick on the side, whatever.
Yeah, it takes a lot of planning, and then like you plan it and you get it done and you're like, oh, I should have done that different.
Yeah.
And then we have our light circuit, which is pretty simple. It just comes up right here, and there's a plug somewhere right here.
It's right about
right there.
here.
Boom.
Right there.
Plug, and then the lights are just plugged in. They go each direction.
Yep.
These lights
all
are
in
awesome.
series.
We've had them for probably 3 years, and there's only one that's given me issues. You can see it because it has this cord running right here. The receptacle on the right light messed up, and I had to wire it up in there. So that's why that cord's there. It would turn on and off, and it would kill all the other lights that direction. So I did that. Haven't had any problems, but we have a spare one. And yeah, we'll link those in the description. They're really good. We'll link 4-footers, and we'll link these big 8-footers. That way, whatever you need, you can get. They're worth it. And they're pretty inexpensive. All right, what's next? So the last equipment thing is our air reel here. We just have it ran. Again, kind of temporary. When you're building a bunch of cars and you're trying to build a shop and you're doing all this stuff, it all gets expensive and you have to prioritize money. And I haven't prioritized this because this works. This reaches all the way to the other end of the shop. It's perfect. It's from Harbor Freight. And yeah, it's good. But the plan is to put another one up over there. So we'll have a power reel and an air reel in between both sets of doors. And then I'm also going to do a drop down over to the plasma cutter because the plasma cutter needs air.
Oh yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Yep.
Another thing is when you're making a shop, you think you're going to want it one way and you're going to like, oh, it's so great. We're going to have this here and this there and whatever. But then you're like, you know what? I don't think we like this here. So we should move it. I mean, not that we're going to move the lift or anything.
Well, that's where we wanted the lift, was where the skyline is.
We originally wanted the lift over there.
And we did move it.
It just worked out over here better.
It's much better.
Yeah.
It's not great for content, and we talked about that, being able to shoot from the front.
Yep.
But we kind of have an idea for something to maybe fix that.
Right on.
But the last thing you need in your shop is a refrigerator.
Dude, refrigerators.
Most people probably expected there to be beer in there, but neither Bo or I drink beer. We drink water.
We're water guys.
So, yeah, we just drink some water and have a crazy time, and you know.
Yep. Oh, we got jacks, Harbor Freight jacks.
Yeah, this thing is
because they
awesome.
work. They're low, they're high lift, they're fast lift because they got the foot
Look
pump.
at this. Boop, boop, boop. It goes so tall, too.
And they're pretty. Like this one's orange. We got a green one. They make the purple sparkly ones. They make the red sparkly ones.
And now they make these in aluminum so they don't weigh 300 pounds.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, so jacks, you got to have that. Heater, cooler. God, what else? Oil pans and like this oil drain thing over here.
Yeah, Derek bought that.
And little, we never got those little stilt sticks to hold
Nah,
like
we need to get
exhaust
some of
up
those.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's ever evolving. How many cars do you think we can fit in here?
If we wanted to pack them as tight as possible, we know we can fit 6 mini trucks over there because we've done that.
6?
Well, how many did we put in there?
We put 4.
Okay, so we could fit one more. So we could have done 5.
So we could have done 5 mini trucks
With
over
the dually here. The dually was still here.
Yeah, and the dually was there. So we had mini trucks like fanned out, like
We'll post a picture.
here, there, and we'll post a picture. You can see it. Yeah. We'll put a picture in here. So probably 5 mini trucks, and then there was room for something here.
Well, as I was saying, with the 5th one, there wouldn't have been.
So, and then the C30, which is like 2 vehicles.
Yeah.
And
And
so
then you
say
can
6,
obviously
7,
fit 2 here.
and then 8, 9.
Yeah.
We can fit 9 vehicles in here fairly comfortably. We could probably fit 10 or 11 vehicles uncomfortably.
Yeah. If we tried, I mean, you can
yeah.
look at this, and this is very comfortable. You can walk around. The biggest problem is the dually. It's just so large.
Because we could fit one where you're standing,
Yeah.
and then another one under that car.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could probably fit 30 Miatas in here.
Yeah, you can fit
Or
a lot of
4
cars.
C30s.
It's a good size, but the thing I would recommend, I love the size of this shop, and we were restricted by the county on how big the shop could be. But if you're building a shop, if you're following along at home, right, that's what people say, go 30 feet by 65. You will be able to fit a shitload of cars very comfortably. Your dually won't have to be sideways when it's 100 feet long. And you'll be able to park your dually on your lift and lift it up and still walk around it and work. So that's what I would recommend. And the reason I say that, let me squeeze by you.
Squeeze by.
Right here, you can see we have a car, right? You saw that?
Yep.
And right here is the line for the 2 pieces of concrete. So this is 30 feet that direction, 30 feet that direction. This is the middle of the shop. If this was 5 foot longer, you could fit 2 cars here easily and still have a car in this work bay. Because that's our plan. That was the whole plan, was these 2 bays were work bays, this half was storage. And if it was just a little bit longer, you'd be able to easily fit 4 cars in the storage area without issue. And yeah, that's what I would recommend. Just go a little bit longer, a little bit wider, and you'll be able to fit everything you could ever imagine inside.
Right on. Well, that's our shop, and that's all of our stuff.
And if you got a company and you want to support us, you can send us a banner to hang up.
Yeah, we got lots of banners. Check these banners out. I mean, you know, decoration is totally part of the shop.
We got the Jet Hot. All these flags were purchased by my good friend, probably one of my best friends, if not my best friend, Bo Bridges.
And then we got Garrett's sign over there.
Yeah,
but
fucker.
he's shut down. Isn't he?
Yeah, but we still have the sign because we love Garrett.
Yep.
So, yeah, if you guys have anything that you think would be cool to put in the shop, just hit us up on Instagram and we'll send you guys some information.
Yeah.
Because we like hanging stuff up. I need an American flag and probably an Arizona flag.
So we've got another video coming, and it's going to be an update for all of our cars because I've got a few new projects, updates on all of Ronnie's projects. We'll spend like a minute and a half, 2 minutes on each one probably just to tell you what it is, where it's going, what we want for it, that sort of thing. And,
Are we selling them all?
I mean, we could sell them all, and our
Is that
life
what
would
you
be
meant
much
by
easier.
what we want for it, or no? I don't know if I'm ready. I don't know
buy
if I'm
all
ready
of
to
our
put numbers on
cars.
all these.
Make our life easier.
Yeah, that'll be a fun video. I'm excited for that. So anyways, is that it? Are we done?
Are you done? Because I'm done.
I think so. I don't think I have anything to talk about.
We're done. We'll see y'all later. Bye, losers.
Bye, guys.